One of the things that I thought was really confusing with the PS5 and Sony is when they announced that they would be revising the PS5 model into a slim model, it wasn't just that it was slim, but it was also the fact that it had a detachable disk drive on it. And, you know, we've had slim models in the past. We had a PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 Slim, PlayStation 4 Slim. But this time around, it's a detachable disk drive. And this is after the fact they already raised the price by $50, and they did so many weird things, selling the stand separate and just all kinds of stuff. So now we have to worry about a detachable disk drive. Well, if you had that model, the disk drive will stop working, you pop it off, you buy a new one, pop the new one on, keep it moving. But what if you had the original model, like this one here, and your disk drive stops working, whether it stopped reading the disk or it's not eating the disk or whatever? What happens then? Well, that's what I want to show today. Guys, if you enjoy the video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. All right, guys, here we go. So,
Ready!
let's start by opening up this PS5. So, what we're gonna do is, to get to the disk drive, we have to go to this side of the console, which means you have to pop this off. And it's pretty simple. All you do is you go down to the right side here in the front and you pull to your left. So we're just gonna pull to our left like this, and the shell comes right off. I pop this off. Hopefully Nephew won't be upset about that. This is Nephew's PS5. All right, so this is the internals of the drive side of the PS5. And this thing is very elaborate on how they nailed everything down. There's so many screws, they're all different sizes. So try not to get too intimidated, and I'll show you how to navigate that. But you're gonna need a precision screwdriver. So I got this off of Amazon. It's a Heart precision kit, and it has pretty much everything that you would need. And so for this project today, all we're gonna need is 2 bits. So I have my precision here, and what's nice is it has a little ratchet on the end of it, so you can turn it and twist it as you're screwing. All right, let's grab our T9, pop it on here, and I just start with the perimeter. This one here is pretty tough. It's a long one. And what's nice about this as well is that it is magnetic, so that helps. Sometimes you just gotta pull it out. All right, screw it some more. Come on, get out of here. Get out of here. There, look at that. Whew. All right, so what I do is I usually sit it as if it's screwed down in the PS5, and that will help me remember where the screw actually goes when I go to close everything up. If you have like a tray, a magnetic tray, or just anything that you can keep the screws, that probably would be better. Right now I don't know where mine's at, so I'm just gonna sit it here. All right, so let's keep going. This one is holding down the drive. And this one is it's a lot smaller. Nice to have that magnetic tip. Making my way around here. And you could probably place them a lot closer. For simplicity, I'm just sitting them here so that it can be a little bit easier to understand. This one here is hidden. This is a warranty sticker here, so we're just gonna peel this warranty sticker back. We ain't gotta worry about it in the US, but if you're in another country, this will void your warranty. So you wanna keep that in mind. Thankfully, this step does not void our warranty in the US. Here, this one, just turn so you guys can see it. Alright. Really nice if you had a power one, then it could just drill it out. These two screws are very tricky because they're so close together. They're different sizes or lengths. So what I do is I usually just keep both of these together and just trial and error, just figure out which one goes into which and you'll be good. So now, this strip here is hiding two screws here. And what you have to do is you have to lift up and pop it out. It's gonna feel like you're breaking the system. Don't worry, it's designed to pop out. So you just give it a little pressure and you wanna get each end to pop right out. And there you go. So you wanna sit this to the side. So right there. And now you got access to these two screws here. So I'll go ahead and get to it. And then there's one sneaky one right here. This is the 12th one that I was counting. You want to get that. All right, now we'll set it right here. So the next set of screws here is the fan. So we have 4 here. Again, all different sizes. You want to make sure that they remain in the same orientation so you don't forget. So what I'll do, since I am working on this here, I'm going to flip it. Hopefully you guys can still see this. I'm going to start with this one here. Oh. I'm going to sit it here. Next one, set it here. And I like to make a nice cross pattern with this this segment with the screws, just because I'm a big fan of X, as you guys will know. This one really small. Let's set that here. Now we can lift the grill of the fan off, and what I do is usually lift it off and place it right on top of those screws, just in case if you accidentally nudge it or whatever, those screws won't just go flying around. Again, for these, you want to be careful not to have those flying around as well. So now we can take this off here. This is hiding the power cables for the drive as well as the fan. So you want to remove this cord. Just give it a little pressure and you just pull it out. It comes right out, and you can remove this entire fan assembly here. So there's a fan there. So I usually sit it right on top of that grill. And then we want to remove the power cable connected to the drive. So we'll remove that, fish it out of that little assembly there. Make sure you don't pinch this. You want to be really careful with these cords, guys. These wires, they're very thin, so make sure you don't pinch them too much. And you want to remove the seal for your M.2 drive. All right, there it is. Sit that right in the middle. All right. So now we can remove this. Let's go ahead and lift up, come right out like this. There you have it. Set this off to the side. Now the next step is to remove the ribbon cable here that's connecting to the disk drive. And what you do is you simply pull back this tab and you can be able to lift out that ribbon cable just like that. And again, you don't want to bend these ribbon cables. They're very very important to the operation of the device. So make sure you're careful with that. And as we turn it here, we can see that there are some screws that are still holding the disk drive in place. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 screws. So we're going to take those off. We can actually lift this out. So this is our disk drive, guys. This is what is malfunctioning. Not really modular on this model of the PS5, but we're gonna make it modular today. So we're gonna set our PS5 to the side and let's get into the disk drive. All right, so you may be wondering, where's that box that I had in the intro of this video? Here it is. This is the replacement disk drive that we're gonna put into this PS5. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna crack this boy open and we're gonna fish it out. Shout out to Fast Tech. This is a PS5 drive from Fast Tech. They have been working with me for a little bit now. I've recently ordered a laser. So I turned around and just went ahead and just bought the entire drive for replacement in this PS5. Looking at the drive, it's looking pretty good. There's a couple of scuff marks, so I'm wondering if this is used or not. Important thing to note about these drives, guys, is that you can't just take this drive and pop it into the PS5 right now. You still have to open this up and remove what is known as the daughter drive. Now, the point of this daughter drive, the importance of the daughter drive is that in order for the system to actually read your disk, you need that daughter drive to work with the mother drive. If you don't have your original daughter drive in your original PS5 drive and put into the new drive, it's not going to work. So you want to make sure that you do that, and that's what we're going to do now. So at the top of this drive, what we're going to do is we're going to set the new drive to the side. I'm just removing the top screws here. That's anchoring down the internals. And now we have these screws on the outside that we have to remove. So we're going to do that. And again, you want to keep these screws in a obvious spot. Luckily, these screws are all the same, so you won't have to worry about putting them in a weird orientation like I did over here. But you want to keep them all together so you don't lose anything. I'm gonna feel strip a little bit. A little bit more pressure. All right, so we got the screws removed. Let's go ahead and pop this off. Very carefully, we want to lift it to the side. Now this has a little sticky on the side, so we want to take that, set this here. All right, so now we seeing the daughter drive here, guys. A couple more screws here and here. What we're gonna do is remove. Now we have some ribbon cables here. We have another cord. We have another ribbon cable, So we want to remove these ribbon cables. So we're gonna do that now. So we're just gonna grab the blue tab, lift up, give it a little bit pressure, lift it up, and lift up. So that's all the cables removed there. All right, now we can be able to lift this up, and we want to lift the daughter drive as well while we're lifting this flip it around. And then this ribbon cable here is secure on this tab. So we want to lift this tab up. This black tab, you want to lift it up like so. And that ribbon cable will come right out. So there you have it, guys. This is your daughter drive. This is essential to your disk drive. What we're going to do is we're going to take this daughter drive, we're going to place it inside the new drive and take the daughter drive that's in the new drive, and you know, you can chuck it to the side. You can do whatever you want with it. But this is what we need, guys. This is essential. All right. So we're going to sit this over to the side. And that's pretty much it. Now, if you were doing more repairs on this drive and the mechanism, you will go further in, but we're not going to do that today. Maybe in the future video, if you guys want to see that, I can show you the internals of this. But for now, we're pretty much done. Also, remember too that this mechanism on the side, you want to try not to give it any pressure and move it around. I did that with this drive, and it pretty much affected the mechanism, as well as, you know, when I was going inside the internals. So you just want to be careful of that. Now at this point, we're pretty much going to do the same thing with the new drive. Some of these screws are really tough, so just be patient with it. Kind of give it a little bit more pressure than normal when you first starting to screw. They're put on pretty tight. That one's pretty tough, so I'm coming back to that. This last one is a toughie. Get you. Wowza. Alright, so we're going to lift it up. Same thing. That's weird. This one did not come with a daughter drive, excuse me. It did not come with a daughter drive, so we don't have to worry about that. We can just use the daughter drive that we have. So let's grab that now. And the first thing you want to do is you want to connect this bigger ribbon cable, because this is going to be on the bottom of the mother drive, which is here, or the daughter drive, which is here. So let's make sure that tab is up like so. And we're going to place the blue side, not the lettered side, but the blue side. We're going to make sure that that's slotted in. Very, very important how you slide in these ribbon cables. You want to make sure that they're all the way in, and that you pull down the tab. You want to make sure that no blue is showing. That lets you know that it's securely inside. All right. So now we're going to flip this over carefully. All right. And we're going to make sure the daughter drive is placed on the two feet here for the drive. And we're going to start adding and connecting these cables. So the first one, and no need for any extra pressure, guys. You just want to give it just a little bit of a push, and you'll know that it's seated in there. Same with this one here. You take your fingernail and just give it a little push, and it'll go right in. And you can feel when it's secure. This one is pretty thin, pretty small, so you want to be careful with this one, guys. This one is known to cause a bunch of problems. So let's go ahead and put that in. And you'll see, if you look really close at these ribbons, that they have little indicators with the black marks that lets you know where it's seated in the board, so that'll give you a little idea of like how you're doing, let you know that it's secure. All right, so this daughter board is now connected to the new drive. So all we got to do now is put everything back together, go in reverse, and put in the PS5. Also, guys, you want to make sure that as you put the top back on, you want to make sure that this ribbon cable is not jammed in between. This is very serious if this gets caught. So you want to try and like tuck it in. So if you look over to the side, there's a little area where you can kind of tuck it in like this. Again, being careful not to bend it. I see it's already bent a little bit, but as long as it's not in the way as you place the top back on, it should be okay. So what I usually do is I take this side and I just place it down, and that way I know that ribbon cable is not underneath, and I just slowly just secure it down. There you go. Alright, the drive is secure. Now it's time to put it in the PS5. And again, for this step, you just basically go in reverse. So there we go. There's a little rubber piece that fell off. I want to make sure I put that back in place. Got that there. That'll help out with the vibration of the drive so it don't vibrate as much. Again, make sure this is out. You don't want that underneath. Reconnect this ribbon cable for the drive. So again, push back that metal piece there, push it back, and then slide the ribbon cable in, and you'll see when it's secure, when the blue piece is actually slotted in like a Lego almost. You'll see those two corners in contact with that white plastic piece. So once that's in, you just pull that metal piece back, and it's nice and secure. Now it's time to put the black plastic cover over. We're gonna do that. We're gonna fish through our wire through this section of the plastic piece, like so. It goes right on. There it is. Make sure it's secure all the way down so you don't have any headaches trying to put the screws in. And we can go ahead and connect this cord to this slot here, like so. All right, guys, so now we're gonna install the fan. At this point, you will want to get like an air duster or a canned air, or whatever you have. Vacuum even works. And just kind of suck up or blow the dust that's in the fan. Fins, while it's out here, you might as well do it. That'll help with the airflow of the PS5. So it's all clean and good. You can put it in. And sit it down on the feet here. And then at this point, you can also connect the power cable to the fan. My fan is operational. Now we're going to take our grill, place that over the finger, just like that. Put it also on the feet, the way that slide. That's secure. And we're going to take our X screws, as I call them, and pretty much T9 to the finish line. Alright, fan is nice and secure. Look at that. Also, not to be forgotten, is our sticker. So hopefully yours have some stickiness left. Put it on here to cover up the wires. Like that. Awesome. Now it's all left to do is just put in the screws. Now we want to do these first because these are going to go underneath the grill. That's going to be on the perimeter here. Let's go ahead and connect those. Also at this point, guys, it wouldn't be a bad idea to test out your drive to make sure that it is in fact working, that everything is secure, the screws are in place, the ribbon cables are good and everything. Probably be a good idea to check it now before you go too far and completely close the system. But I'm feeling lucky right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just continue to fully secure the system, and then we're gonna boot it up. All right, here's our grill. Again, you want to start on one end and then the other end, and we're going to put it into these grooves here. You can see the grooves that are here, and then there's one here, down here. I'm just going to place it in. Place it on this side, and then kind of just work it in. And again, it feels like you're breaking it, but don't worry, guys. It takes a little bit of practice to get the hang of it. Just whatever, work on the side that gives you the most problems, and you should be good to go. Jeez. It's tough. Usually I had this much problem. There we go. Alright. Okay. That's cute. Grab the shell. Same thing, we're going in reverse, just like we pull it this way, pulling this way. You should hear that snap. Alright, we got it. Alright, here's a moment of truth. We're gonna turn this PS5 on, see if it reads the disc. Here we go. Sounds like a working drive. Alright guys, there you have it. PS5 is working. Disk drive is working pretty good. The laser is working. Pretty easy fix. You know, this is pretty much a beginner task. It does get pretty complicated, but ain't too bad. I mean, I've been breaking apart things for a minute, and I figured this is a easy fix for me. I could just save a buck and instead of buying a whole new console, you know, even though that Pro was tempting, I'm not about to spend all that money for a Pro at this point. So I think this solution was a lot better. Yeah, so this is my nephew's PS5, so he's borrowing mine. So I'll be able to get mine back, and in the meantime, I'll just keep running this one and get back into gaming on the PS5. I've been gaming on my Steam Deck, a little bit on the Switch, and I'm looking forward to that PlayStation handheld that's coming out. I think that's the move now. Handheld wars incoming. But Let me know what else you want to see from me. If you want me to break down another console, or if you have something that I missed, you want to sign off in the comments, let me know. But yeah, guys, that's gonna do it. Thanks for watching. Make sure you comment down below. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more. And until the next time, this has been a certified episode of CoreXReplay. CoreXReplay, episode 1. Let's get it. Let's get it. Hey, if y'all still gaming on y'all PS5, I mean, I went 6 months without it, you know. Do you really need a PS5 if it stops working? I'm just, hey, don't get mad at me. That's just how it's going. I farted.